Ah, là, j'ai Ah, là, j'ai Ah, là, j'ai bàbá ẹ̀. Àwọn Yorùbá nǹkan tá à ń sọ.
Okay, I need one more microphone. Please. I need one more.
Also, the last time, and also the last time, also go there, but you go out watching up. Fantastic.
All right, good morning. I think it's a great place to start. This is 11:30 on the dot. We have our members joining us already online. And we have over, by my last count, we have over 30 people online. So it is a good place to start today. Today, it's a pleasure and an honor to be here. This is our first technical meeting in the year 2020 and 2021. We are counting from February 2020. So I'd like to say congratulations to you for being here, and most importantly, thank you for staying with NAPE and giving NAPE the very best even during this virtual and pandemic period. We're not out of it yet, but we hope that it gets better from here. So it's on that note, I'd like to say this session is declared open, and I'd like to thank everyone on the call, everyone in this room, distinguished fellows, distinguished past presidents, distinguished NAPE members. It's an honor to do this on behalf of NAPE. So we are starting with a first physical event, but more importantly, a celebration in honor of Dr. Emmanuel Enu. I think it's a good place to be around. But to do it in a proper NAPE agenda style, I would like to call on the Eco Hotel representative who will take us through the safety briefing, as this is our first outing, and thereafter we'll run through the agenda, introduce our special sessions, our chair and representative, and then we'll take it from there. So welcome everyone.
Good morning, everyone. You're welcome to Eco Hotel and Suites. My name is Akimbo Olashobo from the Health Security Department. Presently, we are at Grambo Road for directional purpose. And as it stands now, it has 3 exit points, which we can use in case of any emergency. The first one is the entrance door through which you come in. Then the second one is at the far left, and the last, which is the alternative route, is by the right here. It all leads to the muster point in case of any emergency. Please note, there is no planned fire drill today. And in case the fire alarm goes off or sounds continuously, we are expected to vacate the hall without panicking or rushing. We just need to walk smart towards its exit doors to the muster point in front of Echo Signature Building. You might have come across the elevator fire alarms. Please do not use the elevator fire alarms. Make use of our exit stairs at the left corridor. It leads to the muster point. Also, there is clinic in the hotel that provides first aid with our doctor and nurse. We also have our guest shuttle bus parked in front of the building that conveys us to the hospital. We need the island there with the help of our duty manager if the need arises. To use the restroom, After the entrance door, take the first turning left, then by the right, there is a cubicle there that leads to both ladies and gents. To use the restroom or the convenience, the bedroom, first turning left, then by the right, there is a cubicle that leads to both ladies and gents. Also, keeping of our personal belongings is very, very important. Our phones, wallets, laptops, and car keys should be on safe custody. Please, let's be our brother's keeper. And the hotel urges every one of us to make this meeting a COVID-19 compliant one by wearing our face mask at all times, sanitize our hands regularly, and also keep a safe distance among ourselves. And if you have any questions, suggestions, or any complaint, please feel free to meet the hotel representative. They are on ground, they will do the intro. Once again, you are welcome to the hotel and suite. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. So that will not be complete by emphasizing the fact that we will be asking that you please put on your face mask beside someone especially. Do all that. To start today's event, typically we would always have our president do this or is joining us virtually. I'm going to call on Mr. John Bosco, our vice president, to open this event before we then introduce our chairperson to the item.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Very excited to come back physically here at the Go Hotel for our very usual technical sessions. Today has been a very special one indeed. And also for those online, again, we'll be having a series of online technical sessions, and you've actually remained committed to joining. So today is not an exception. I really want to welcome you as well. So this morning, I'm standing here on behalf of the president-elect, who unfortunately couldn't make it today, and as the chairman of the continuous education program. The drive for FNAPE, which our PE is leading, is to ensure that the technical sessions continue, both the kinds that we're having today, but also at the chapter level. And that's why we're excited that we're back physical. And on behalf of the president-elect, on behalf of the FNAPE ESCO, I really want to especially welcome you back to Go Hotel after being a long while. And I can only tell you, watch out for more. More are going to happen as we join our way towards the big one, which is the annual conference. So once again, really welcome, and please stay to the end. I promise you, I've seen some insight into what is going to happen today, so I'm not going to reveal all to you. So just taste and then get connected. I'm sure you will really enjoy the whole time we spend today in honor of Dr. Emmanuel Enu. Thank you very much.
Thank you indeed. It's my pleasure to bring this gentlemen and ladies. I like the fact that I'm saying ladies today to the podium, and I'm going to start with the ladies. So, pardon me. The very delectable FNAPE president, Mrs. Patricia Ochogo. With a round of applause for her. She's the second female FNAPE president. Now, 45 years. That's a big achievement for us. The second person I'm going to be bringing will be coming in double, and that will be the person of Dr. Emmanuel Enu, our special celebrant of today, and his lovely wife, Mrs. Rita Enu. Thank you. Let's keep that coming on to the guest speaker. riding right on their stead will be the chairman of this session, our highly esteemed Professor Adegoke. While the Professor is coming up, I'd like to bring the sponsor of today's event onto the high table. The sponsor from EMP, Mr. Case Hoolingwood, the Chief Financial Officer, and the Executive Director Commercial. A round of applause, please. Okay, last but not the least in any way is Dr. Kunle Adeshina. While he's coming up, I would like to talk a bit about him. Please come up, Doc. So you know that events like this cannot be but with people behind you, energy behind your win. So I'm pleased to tell you that Dr. Kunle Adeshina is the chairman birthday planning committee for today's event, and we have quite a number of committee members in the room. So a round of applause for him. We have a lot of things to unveil, and we are here to enjoy. Standing. Also, as FNAPE, we have had quite a number of achievements despite the situation. All our programs have held. Thankfully, we were able to move to a virtual platform and we kept engaged. We also had opportunities to provide value to our members in the areas of continuing education, webinars, seminars, and things like that, even virtual field trip. And today, I am extremely delighted to be in a position to have this event in honor of Dr. Enu. I'm extremely happy. He was my lecturer. He was my course advisor so many years ago, and he happened to be married to my sister. So I am really thankful to First EMP, and I also acknowledge all the FNAPE members who have shown up today. In particular, I would like to thank the fellows who are here present. And I start with Dr. Afe Mayowa. You're welcome, sir. Beside him, I see Mr. Akintunde Karim. You're welcome, sir. And then I see KK Kanu. You are welcome. The fellows of the virtual call, I greet you all. Did I miss anything? Okay. As I understand that there's a bit of traffic in Victoria Island today, so as more dignitaries show up, we shall recognize them. Please sit down and enjoy a fantastic afternoon of the quintessential Dr. Emmanuel Enu FNAPE. Thank you. All right. So to get this started, and in honor of what we represent as a geoscience community, and not taking anything away from the celebration of today, we have lost quite a number of, very few of our esteemed colleagues. The most recent is Professor S.W. Peters. And I'd like to please indulge you to please stand up and let's give him a 1 minute silence, which would be run by our esteemed Vice President.
I will also urge those online to please observe the same 1 minute silence, starting from now. And may the soul of Professor S.W. Peters, FNAPE, FNMGS, and also a fellow of the Academy of Science, and the source of all the faithful departed through the mercy of God, rest in perfect peace. Thank you. You may be seated.
All right, thank you very much, JB. Just to let me come up a bit for this, so that I don't stress Professor Adegoke. I'm bringing him up right now. So, Prof, this podium is yours. We're excited to hear you open the remark for this session. Formally introduce Dr. Enu to us and get this session started. Thank you.
Great pleasure for me to welcome all of you to today's event. And I'm quite happy. I'm very proud that a couple of you be part of this wonderful event that has taken quite a number of days. As you all know, I was for many years a lecturer at IFE. I had plenty of times interacting with a big celebrant here of today. I knew him right from the time he entered as an undergraduate. I saw him develop in a very slack and very difficult to overcome way. Serious at everything he does, serious as a first-time student at event, where actually he literally worked his way into what he thought was the best thing for him. The rest of the story, they say, is history. In all things, he knew what he wants. He tries and struggles to make sure that he enters what he wants. And he studied very seriously to be what he is today. Like all of you here present, I am very proud to be part of his life. We're all in the university together. It was very interesting times, new things to do, new developments to develop our university. Many times we had to go see our vice chancellor, try to persuade him that we had something new to do. I must all right that if the vice chancellor did not cooperate with us, we would not actually have been able to achieve what we did. This part of it was ability to send our people out to study whatever they needed to study, ability to go out and do consulting for different types of government, different individuals who needed us. It was quite unusual in the university in those days to consult and Actually, we were probably the first university that persuaded the university to allow us to carry out consultancy. Why did we carry out consultancy? It was not for our personal benefit. The beauty of it was that we were able to take our students out in the field. Normal thing in the university in those days is during time for field work, students pay in order for us to take them in the field for their field work. But we reversed it. The university allowed us to go out and get commercial projects. And then we now take our students and we, the lecturers, go with the students out in the field. And the beauty of that is we generated our fund from people who needed consultancy work. And we are now able to pay our students to take them in the field because they are part now of implementing the consultancy work we were doing. And that was quite a development which we started teachers, students, all of us in the field, try to make sure that we get the students to learn what they should as part of commercial implementation of projects that were under our control. Today is a good day, very good day. We're celebrating our friend here. Done so very well. And my job as chairman of today is to actually allow him and his very beautiful wife to do what they want to do while I sit down as part of you people who are there to enjoy the day with him. So it's not for me to speak. When it's my turn to speak, we will call you again, and then I will give you a very, very long speech. So please, for today, have a clap for him. I need to read his book and see how he came into the university. He was not initially a geologist, but somehow he managed to work his way into geology. And at different times, when he needed to go overseas, it worked out well for him. He did fantastically well in France, and actually it was part of our major achievement in those days. We had a very, very strong relationship with companies in France. And I must tell you that that relationship continues till today, because even as I run my own company, I have a lot of activities with French companies with whom we had activities for all those 20-something, 30 years. We use their facilities when we need to, and they also work with us in different places. Sometimes they're active and willing to come to Nigeria. We make sure we arrange them to Nigeria and we develop things together. I'm not the one we are celebrating today. I want to say welcome to you all. Thank you for asking me to be chairman of this event. I will be a chairman that listens rather than a chairman that talks. So thank you very much for listening to my welcome address.
All right, thank you, Prof. We're moving right into our program. Before we have our presentation, we would like to have JB on, our Vice President again, to read the citation for Dr. Emmanuel Enu.
It is a big honor for me standing on the podium today to read a very brief citation for Dr. Emmanuel Enu, a fellow of FNAPE, and Arrett Adams awardee. if I want to speak about Dr. Enu, it's going to be more like reading a book. So but for this morning, I will keep it very brief indeed. Dr. Emmanuel Enu was born in Kano State in northern Nigeria to very humble Bishop and Mrs. Titus EU Enu. Emmanuel Enu hails from a town called Abi in Ndoka West local government area of Delta State in Nigeria. Dr. Emmanuel Enu holds Bachelor of Science, MSc, and a PhD degree in geology. He lectured at the then University of Ife from 1979 to 1991 and grew to become an associate professor of geology. Before he then left the academic world to join Shell Nigeria in 1991. Dr. Emmanuel worked for Shell Group from 1991 to 2008 and held several positions, including senior review geologist, head of evaluation, head of geological services, head of regional studies, head representation and agreements. He didn't end there. He was the pioneer staff of SNEPCO, which is Shell Nigeria Exploration and Production Company Limited, and was the first African team lead in Shell Deepwater Center of Excellence in Houston, Texas, managing the Niger Delta team at the time. Dr. Emmanuel Enu became the very first Nigerian deepwater exploration manager and ran that position from 2004 to 2008. And since he left that position, because of the landmark he laid, because of the trust he put on the position that Nigerians can do it, till today, that position has been held by Nigerians, of which that's the one I'm holding today, based on the legacy he laid. Dr. Emmanuel Enu led a viable team that has contributed to the lion's share, and when I mean lion's share, it is indeed lion, results, not just for Shell Group, but for our country, Nigeria, through successive discoveries, which includes Bonga 1, Bonga Southwest 1, Bolia 1, Doro 1, Bonga Northwest 1, Bobo 1 and 2, Etan 1 and 2, Zabazaba 1 and 2, and several other follow-up appraisal wells. I must tell you that the foundation that Dr. Enu laid in the deepwater Nigeria is what we are riding on today. As most of you will know, these wells are in number 118, which because of the production that has come out from that block today, is being renewed for many more years to come to continue to deliver for the country. And therefore, it is not surprising that Dr. Emmanuel Enu today, even before and going forward, is known in the industry circle as Mr. Deepwater. And this is largely because of his vast knowledge of deepwater geology and the enormous contribution he has made towards contributing to Nigeria's reserve aspiration. Dr. Emmanuel Enu joined British Gas BG Group in July 2008 as the very first, again, another very first Nigerian General Manager of Exploration, and he restructured the Exploration Department of BG Nigeria. Dr. Emmanuel Enu, together with other oil and gas professionals, midwifed and established one of the leading independents in the Nigerian oil and gas industry, First E&P. The company is very aggressive in exploration and production and currently has equity in 5 blocks within the short period of its existence. First E&P is now proudly a producing company in Nigeria, having achieved first oil in 2020. I think that deserves a round of applause. Dr. Emmanuel Enu is the pioneer, again, another first, pioneer executive director, exploration for First E&P. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Emmanuel Enu is a past president of FNAPE. He is a fellow of FNAPE, and he is an Adams Awardee, which is the highest award of Nigeria Association of Petroleum Exploration, FNAPE. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, both those here and those online, please join me to give another big applause to Dr. Emmanuel Enu. Thank you very much as I hand back to PS to direct us in the next agenda. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Prof, I'll have to bring you up again. And this time around, you are opening for him to make his presentation.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you see, I'm the chief messenger of today. Thank you for listening to me. An old teacher. You give instructions a lot to your students, and then over time, the student becomes so much ahead of you that they send you on all the next set of errands. So, my great pleasure to call on Emmanuel to speak to the world about
Okay, so we would be calling you back. President, Mrs. Rita, while he makes his presentation. So he's going to be making his presentation now. So I like that you go down. So we all listen to him, then I bring you back home. Thank you very much. Go down now.
If you don't mind, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to stand on existing protocols. And the people who have put the agenda for this week in bed and said, you talk to us technically on Monday, and the book review of yesterday was very technical. And today, we are going to have you relax and just talk to us and tell us how you moved from the classroom and gas industry. And today, I am not going to really talk too much about technical things, but we'll touch on it to see some of the things that you geologists also have been doing in your different industry. I am not going to teach because you all know what I'm going to talk about. It's not new. But I'm just going to tell you how I moved from the classroom. Even before I get to the classroom, what was I doing? Was I farming before I got there? And when I got there, what did I do? And from there to the oil and gas industry. And probably I'll also tell you what am I going to be doing next? Going back to farm or going back to the classroom? I don't know. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, listen. So I will sit down and say, I should relax. So I'm going to relax.
Thank you. That is the outline for today. Going through my journey. Academia, classroom. Then moving to oil and gas. There's something that is very important in oil and gas. I have an HSC manager here. Each time we do something that is wrong, it intervenes and stops us so that we don't do something wrong. Because in the oil industry, if you do something wrong, there's a problem. Then we go into deep water, talk about the water depth and all these things you see there. We go a little bit into Cretaceous, something we talked about on Monday. And then we go into First ERP, the company that pays me salary to the area. And the company that during production and now a producing company. We're proud, very, very proud of that. Conclusions are. So next slide. If you look at this building, my father was working in the post office. I know what people that work in the post office, they move from place to place like nomads. So we children, we're just following him anywhere he goes to for change to. So my father was a postmaster, and that's the house in Pale. That's postmaster's quarters. So that's one of the best houses those days. It's a very beautiful house. In fact, if I come out of here, I was regarded as one of the lucky ones. My room is towards the end here. I can't see this one. My room is towards the end here. I'm so proud. The room in this kind of palace. This is a palace. What's a palace? So that's why was master's quarters. And it was from here that I left for the university. When I was it was from here that I left for the university. I remember when I was living in the village there, people gathered in front of this place and saw me off to go to Ife. It was a big thing in 1971 for the son of a postmaster to go into a university to celebrate. Now, before I left for the university, I was not lucky to get admission to the university. Immediately, I finished my higher school. So that year while I was waiting, why did I wait? Because I wanted to read medicine. So I had to wait. I wouldn't say wasted 1 year, but I spent 1 year waiting. So this was the girls' school, St. Mary Magdalene College in Ashaka, where I taught for 9 months before going to the university. While here, I was praying to God that I should get admission to the university. Yes, this is my time. But after this slide, I think we should go for lunch. I started from Ife, where I was a teacher, lecturer, from 1979 to 1994. it was good to teach in those days. I loved it. I know I loved it. When you teach students and they graduate, and so many of them are here. I won't tell them to stand up because they're big men now, big men are women. But they're all here. Even your president, she was my student. Right? My president. So I lectured here, and while lecturing here, the universities were coming. Somebody made mention of that, and we had to go to all these other universities to help lecture. So I went to Futa in Akura, I went to Ondo State University in Atlanta, and that was where I taught something. Very well. So we're moving from place to place. It got to a point where it was difficult to continue to stay and lecture in the university. Federal government did not support education then. When it got to a point where I was using my own car to take students to the field, and when you needed a piece of paper, you take the answer sheets of students. You look for the answer sheet that had not been used, just tear it and use it to send out this one. So I quietly left. My own professor has also left. I was looking, I was following him, knowing where he was going to. So I left for Shell. When I was going to join Shell, I wasn't too sure where I was going. So I took one step back. I said, if I go to this current company, it doesn't work, I should have a return ticket to come back. So I now gladly now wrote a note to my head of department and review of yesterday, Professor Rahman. So I wanted to go for leave of absence. You go for leave of absence for 12 months, and your office is still there, your place is still there, only that you are not paid. So I left for Shell. And Shell that I wanted to go and test the water score. 1 year, 12 months. I stayed there from 1991 to 2008. So what did I do? After 1 year, after testing the goodness and oil and everything, to the oil industry, I went back to the firm to resume, because after leave of absence, you have to resume. I went to resume. I resumed. I went into Professor Rahman's office, resuming at 9 a.m. I went back into our office. At 9:30 a.m., I came back with my resignation letter. Say, what is this? I said, I want to go. You told the story yesterday. So I left. I went back to the shop. Unfortunately, when I was the day I was given for Shell and so on with my wife, I will tell you the story. We encountered the big men on the way, the armed robbers, and they dealt with us from our candidates on the Enugu expressway. Tell you the story. So I was in Shell, joined BG 2008 2012, and then first year 2012 to today. So I thank God for this journey. Then the question now is, what is going to happen? Where are you going? I would have drawn an arrow back like this. But I'm afraid to draw it. So I have to go back and sit down in my room to know if that arrow is going to go like this. But it's always something good to do. I haven't done teaching, gone to the oil industry, have all these experiences. It's good to go back and pass that knowledge to the students. This you will be balanced. So, those of you that know if that's debate, proud of this university. I'll tell you a story. The day I was going to the campus for the first time, I got to the gate here, and I told the boss I wanted to stop. I wanted to know where I was going. He said, "Where are you going?" I said, "I'm going to the university." I didn't know that you have to drive several kilometers. I had stopped. Come out from. They said, "No, you're not there yet. Go back to the bus." So I went back to the bus, and I was now looking at road 1. What I would have left there to this central. Most beautiful campus. Is it in Africa or in the world? In Africa? Great difference. My wife is helping me to shout great difference because she also attended the prayer. Okay, so this is still different. While in different, I was in factory hall. That's factory stuff. I'm sure those of you who attended different know this. That's the great thing. So under the people that were building here, they call them Israelis, and they did a lot of work. Now, that's the Faculty of Science. This is the Department of Biology, different from what I used to know. I'll tell you a story later. And as used to my office after. Now, when I went out to study for my master's and PhD, different life. That used to be the residents, the students hostel, then, and that's an example of a student's room. In Nigeria now, if 3 students get this place, okay. I will be fast. Early days, I was in Oshogo, I put the Ibadan, and then Ilefe. I speak Yoruba very well. Many people don't know. I do. I did Yoruba in my school start, only that I failed it. I did it. Now, I'll tell you an experience. While we were in the chemistry laboratory in Ife, at that time, if you break any of the equipment, it's not a question. So I was going to collect an acid. Some 2 students who have broken their own pirouette were saying that if this engineering guy goes to collect acid, he will still explode. I had them. I didn't know I had understood. So when I was going to collect my acid, I just took my pirouette and everything, put it in the bottle and got it up. And they looked at themselves. Did you understand what we were saying? So, yeah, so those of you that I don't know that I keep very well, I do the program. Yeah. I commenced my university education in 1971. Like it was said yesterday, I wanted to be my chemistry, but eventually ended up with a geologist. I graduated in 1974. And after my withdrawal, I proceeded to Europe through the help of my professors there, Professor Legoke, because of the existence of a kind of relationship between the University of Ife and government. So I went on a scholarship. There, studied. When I was defending my PhD thesis, the chairman of the thesis said, "This man is talking to us. He only came here to read us." That one day, on a Sunday, I came to check my mail. I saw light in his office. Nigeria's story to I like that. He saw light in my office on a Sunday. He came and said, "What are you doing here?" I laughed. He said, "This is summer. You should be on the beach." I said, "Prof, I have many beaches in Nigeria. and I've come here for something. When I finish that thing and I get it, and I get out of here, I'll take the picture. So he laughed. He mentioned it when I was so I came back and joined the staff of geology department. By then we were 24. Each one teaching his own specialty. But today, I don't know. I'm studying very much. I'll tell you a story. And you don't just position of a lecturer, you teach, you do research, you write papers, based on papers you have. Lecture good undergraduates and postgraduate students. Like I said, I taught in numerous universities. And former students, professors are here in this hall. And we see 2 generations of lecturer student relationship. Those are my professors. I don't know if Raman, I don't know if he's here today. I was there yesterday, he reviewed it. That's me here. What I'm showing this, they usually say teachers award is an error. I'm proud. That's an MD. The other is an MD. That's Shayek Adams MD. My prince of the universe, MD. 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 So why wouldn't I be happy? Well, I'm not sure this is those of us who used to be teachers are not waiting to go to heaven. So as an undergraduate, you can see me there, looking a little bit shy, sitting with my professor in the class. I don't know what we're doing here. I think we're in the department. We gave a couple of them. Because I've been either 1972 or 2000. Now, as a university lecturer, it was said yesterday, field trips quite important, very, very important. Why? You have to take your students to the field for them to understand what geology is. And when you get to the field, you are showing them different types of work and what makes happen. What people are geologists and control. And in the field, you take field measurements that's rather deep, and you take samples that you take to the laboratory for analysis. There was a year that students did not graduate. Only 2 students graduated. I'm sure my president was about that. Only 2 students graduated because the other students did not complete their field trip. That's to show the importance of and why do we take students to the field? We want them to understand different types of work. We find them all over. And those days, every student was assigned his own microscope, his own item to work with. I have mine there, lock it up to information, binoculars and microscope. But today, you can hardly find a microscope that works. You can hardly find one. If you do, find about 10 or 15 students around. This is as bad. I saw it. So the outlook on campus is now quite different. Most of the tools are in state of disrepair. Buildings are dilapidated. So this is an opportunity, it's a clear call, an opportunity for those of you who are ex-students in different departments of geology to go back and contribute to your alma mater. It's important. I was in the fair in March. I went to the department. It is not the same. It is not the same. So my advocacy now on behalf of all geology departments, not just IFE, is that please go back. If it is one textbook, if it is donating one chair, please go back. Simply. So I'm trying now to say here that after you have acquired experience, I think the best thing to do is to go back to the campus and pour down the experience. I'm happy FNAPE is doing it. Under the platform of UAP, FNAPE is bringing some lecturers from different ERP industries to go back to the campus to lecture. I think FNAPE is one of them. At least the students are getting these ideas, this operational first from all of you, all that you have gained in your different in the classroom. 2 weeks ago, I was calling an MD of a company. I was asking him if he was going to be around for this week. He said no, he was going to the University of Benin. It's under the platform. That's good. Please keep it up. Like I said, equipments are no longer functional. We need to make sure you get functional equipment. It's not the number of universities that you have, but the number of functional universities. So you need functional equipment to get good graduates from our universities. You see, when Shell created the SITP, Shell Intensive something, what is an SITP, Intensive Training Program. We thought it was a joke. It was coming out, no, we not do it. I tell a graduate during interview, during time scale, tell me where the Niger Delta is on the map. They will put it in one basin. Tell me where Sokoto Basin is. They will bring it to the map. So students have help and universities have. And attrition rate from university is getting high. I'm one of them. I'm still on to continue to teach. But around like that. I've acquired more experience. It's good to go. And give back that to academia. Now, I told you I went in March. That's after going around the department, I took staff now. Still there. It's not there because he likes to remain in the university to teach. It's there because he started an MSc program that is still on. And if you should leave the place, that MSc program might probably collapse. And that's why it's still on. University, we have to stay on. So that was March 30 years after I left. Now, I now move to the oil industry. Why did I leave? If I tell you that I left because I liked the oil and gas industry so much, I'm telling lies. Part of it was because we wanted more 3 square piece on the table. We wanted your take home to be fatter. And my family was saying, people are going to the oil industry now. Why don't you go? What are you still doing in teaching? So I moved. And going to the oil industry then was a status symbol. And you also have job satisfaction. So the question I'm asking here, when you leave academia to the oil and gas industry, should this reaction be reversible? Those of you who did chemistry, I would say yes. Go leave academia, go to the oil and gas industry, finish, gain all your experience, go back. And it's not easy to go to the oil industry when you leave academia. The longer you stay in academia, the more difficult it is. Because it's a cultural shock when you leave the campus to oil and gas industry. The first shock I got was resumption at 7 a.m. So I wasn't resuming at 7 a.m. But I got to Port Harcourt. He said you have to be in the office at 7. And you will be in the office at 7. I said, sure, it's still happening now, but got to use it. In order to avoid the shock, it is better for you to get close to the oil industry now. Academia. I was close to the oil industry, exploration manager in Earth then. My friend sponsored some conferences for me, also sponsored my sabbatical. I joined Shell in 1991 as a senior geologist. I was trained to work for big industries like Shell, Mobil, Chevron. At that time in Port Harcourt, we were all carrying a shoulder high. Once you join, they call you to come and collect your vehicle, the stripes, with the yellow and red. And then you finish your fuel, then you just drive to the fuel dump, you fill your tank for you. Don't know you have to stay up. And then position conscious, job group. It's part of the PhD you have and so on. You think they're going to give you job group 1 or job group 2. And some of us went to 5, some of us went to 4. That's what it's about. And then also have classes of vehicles they give to different job groups. Job group 4, you have a Jetta, job group 3, you have 504, job group 2, you have a Santana, and so on and so forth. So, and we also allocated buildings, workers, and the good thing about the oil industry, you are addressed first, irrespective of position. So it was exciting to become an establishment. One funny thing in Port Harcourt, once you are promoted from job group 4 to 3, the next thing that happens the next day, they carry 5 ACs, 5 air conditioners, and come and fix in your house. I don't know who you come from. They just come from the maintenance and put 5 air conditioners in your house, including your kitchen, to show that you have arrived. You are not moving from 4 to 3. I'm not trying to degrade my house in Ife. That's the house I live in. So, that's the house I live in. Sure. 76 already. But you could see how they are. I enjoyed what I was telling you. But I enjoyed more what I was telling you. Now, like I said, in the oil industry, HSC is key. HSC that you have to do things right. Like you are going from this podium down, you have to go through the staircase. And if you are going through the staircase, there must be a railing for you to hold. That's why people come around to hold you, so that you don't slip and fall. In the oil industry, if you slip and fall, they record it. Statistics all the time. And if you are going to travel from place to place, journey management is put in place. I remember when I joined Shell, I attended several HSC courses. And the HSC course that I attended is that once you enter your car, you engage your seatbelt. And I was talking to my wife, and I said, seatbelt is very important. Seatbelt is very important. Engage your seatbelt. 1 week after, she traveled from Ife to Lagos. She was driving herself. Then a trailer came from behind. Just gave her a small push. And she was assaulted. She was assaulted more than 4 or 5 times and ended up in between the two roads. All vehicles stopped. That's nothing happened. Right? People thought that was going to go in place. After about 5 minutes, no safety people ran there. So that is the importance of whatever. But you not tell her about the importance of seatbelt. I'm sure she will have thrown out of that car. I don't know. I would have had. Yesterday, somebody was saying beautiful. I would have been beautiful. But I'm happy that she's still there. I put head office syndrome. You see, I'm quite proud of our indigenous community. When we are all in shell, if we wanted to do anything, we have to talk to the head. Like case, he wants to sign any paper and so on. His bosses are cool, all our bosses went there. Go to him. We are our bosses. We don't have the Hague, we don't have Dallas or Houston to talk to. We take our decisions. You see, when I was in PG, I needed seismic search. I said I wasn't going to drill some wells. Instead, they're taking a decision in price. They're ready to drill those wells. I said, no, don't drill such kind of well. The system, but I gave them. We drill those wells. That's head office. Head office will take a decision for you. Just summarizing the oil and gas development, exploration. These are all hazardous operating conditions. Hazardous to the people, hazardous to the government, hazardous to the hospital. And we have to manage all these problems. Make sure that this is wrong. So that is key. I'm putting this concession map, all of you know it. Concession map in Nigeria. You have onshore. You have offshore. Then you have, yes, offshore. Your water depth starts from about 200 meters. So these are the offshore blocks. How did I start the water? We were in a team, called the offshore team, EPD 1 in Port Harcourt. That's why I'm here. And from EPD 1, we got some 2D data and went to Houston to evaluate the whole of the offshore Nigeria. And on the basis of what we did, we ranked all the deep offshore blocks. That's how Shell. Our initial evaluation there, the of structural. And one thing that I enjoyed so much then was structural. It was a predictive tool. It was involved. We use the NAPA terminations, system tracks. All these were introduced by gurus in in ExxonMobil, people like Vail, Richum, Bagona. I happen to have been in class of Vail several times on the field trip before he had his accident. How did he have his accident? He was lecturing somewhere and he was leaning back on his chair and nobody intervened. And the chair gave up and he had problems with his back and legs. And that was the end of his geology. So HSC is key. When you sit, don't sit on the 2 wheels of the chair. Yes. Now, at that time, it was the era of colored pencils. We have green, yellow, and your children will ask you, what are you doing with colored pencils? I'm sure this is some. See colored pencil, you jump paint everywhere. Yeah. But then, we were using colored pencils to represent different fishes. And biostratigraphic data was important, well logs were important. You can combine these two then to come up with your system tracks and to now find out where your reservoirs, your sediments, and depo centers are. So this is an example of the color code for your sequence stratigraph. I don't need to go through it. Now, it was mentioned yesterday, water depth by region. In the past, I used to think that water depth, deep water in Nigeria, in Africa, starts from 200 meters, from 500 meters. But from this, when I got to Houston and so on, that is deep water by region. In Africa, the water depth for deep water starts from 200 meters. And that was why I said that the first company that drilled the first deep water is actually Aji, not Shell. They drilled Abo and Shell followed by. Just trying to show this. This is the sea level rise and fall. So how do you get your reservoirs that you run after in deep water geology? Now you will see sea level. This is your high stand. For those of you who know what we're talking about, all your data sequences are here. But when you lower your sea level, you expose this place. It is now eroded and bring materials down. If you further lower your sea level, you expose more, goes down. And when it goes down, you have a slope, and the materials that you have exposed there are carried down this slope by a very powerful current called turbidity currents. Turbidity currents is so powerful, it comes like tornado. It breaks the materials down through channels and canyon, and the materials are deposited downslope here. So find the materials moving down there. So because these currents that break the thing down are turbidity currents, the sediments that they deposit as they go down are called turbulence. And they go down, and little by little, then the sea level begins to rise, goes back, and when the sea level rises to the end, flood your shelf, and you have this green surface here with your transgressive system tract made up of shales, and these shales are the things that trap the hydrocarbon in the reservoirs here. So same thing. Not sure. So this is your high stand. Bring your materials down to your low stand. So you have your deltaics here, and you have your turbulence here. And you have your transgressive system tract, we call TST here. And there's a surface that separates your high stand from your low stand. And that's the MFS, we call the maximum flooding surface. So for deep water explorationists, this is what you are looking for. For onshore explorationists, this is where you So you will see that your high stand now condenses here when it comes to deep water. So this is your shell slope transition around this area. So this is also described in the. So yesterday, no, on Monday, I was saying that you could use a fry pan. Those of you that cook in the kitchen, some of us do, to explain this. This place is where your channels are, your channels and time, your sediments go through there, and they get here, they bifurcate, and your sediments are deposited into a deposit. So that's the handle of the fry pan, and this is where you fry your and so on. So channels go through there. So this is an example of your submarine fan. So you have your upper fan, your middle fan, the outer fan, and there are different deposits that you have there. I don't want to go into details of this because everybody is not geologists. Those of you who are geologists, just a reminder of the kind of things that you see. And this is a model of this. And some of our big fields belong to different parts of this. For example, the Era field belongs here because the Era field is very channelized. You have a lot of channels here. And channels have some very good reservoirs in them if they are not much filled. And in the Gulf of Mexico, you have some of the fields here. You have the Nakita field. This is still the same thing. But to go back home, whatever you do in the classroom, you can find them in the field. Those of you who are from Shell, if you go to Bookcliff. We go to the Bookcliff. Some of our eggheads in Houston went to the field, studied the Bookcliff very well, and said that this is a very good example of some of the deep water geology that you're doing. So the Puma sequence that represents what the turbidized breakdown, you can go to the field and also identify them, starting from A, that's your graded bed, to B, to C. So what you see, cross section here, and also find it in the field. That is why many companies take their staff also to the field, teach them this geology. So that's the turbidized sequence. That's the Puma sequence. So, what are you looking for when you go out to the field? You are looking for some lap terminations, which you can also get on seismic. You have your top lap, that's what you have here. You have unlapping this surface. You have base lap, and you have down lap, and you have your sequence boundary. Taking all this together as a depositional sequence. Same thing you have there. Unlap, top lap, cladoforms, erosional truncations, and so on. And not to crack a joke. That was my team in Houston. The joke I want to crack. You see, when I was in Houston and eating burger and all the rest, you can see my tummy. You could do sequence stratigraphy there. Because you have double down lap right there. And so some of you can do sequence stratigraphy there. But you have double down lap coming down the different parts of this my stomach. So I'm just trying to see, don't do sequence stratigraphy on your body. So you have to sleep and go to the gym so that you don't do sequence stratigraphy. So I'm just trying to show. That was my team when I was in Houston. Team of 24, 25 Nigerians, Sudanese, Chinese, Americans, Egyptians, and big team. Looking after Nigeria. So while we're in Houston, these are the wells that we drilled. From Houston, Nigeria is blessed. Bonga West, Bonga Southwest, Olia, Bonga North, One and two Zabazaba. So those are the things that I didn't put most of the details in there. I'm not allowed to do that. Those are the discoveries made while Nigeria country was working. But while we were working, the Nigerian government said, Nigerians, it is time for you to go. No job should be done outside the country. 2005, it was signed. By then, it was Fushok who was charged, signed and sent all of us back. And my team members came down, came back to Nigeria. So immediately we came back to Nigeria, the share bulletin interview. That was the share bulletin, it's the exploration team. I'm using this to explain certain things. We talked about Cretaceous on Monday. Cretaceous basins are quite important in Nigeria. And we can subdivide Cretaceous into this starting from Eurasian to Adrian. Why is Cretaceous important? That's about the time that Africa and South America separated. They were in love, they hugged each other. French fort transformed, Martin was now formed. And so all the basins that you have in Nigeria formed, and also the basins across Coast Africa also formed. Basins from Nigeria to Ghana to Sierra Leone. That's what we call the West African Transport, ATM. And at the beginning, these basins were seen as much important. But when the first big find in Ghana was made, as the Jubilee find in 2007, producing 110,000 barrels of oil, people now saw the importance of Cretaceous, and some other young companies now started more exploration including so you see, that's why we get here. All these basins here are Cretaceous in age. So we get there, really drop there, Bakali there, Anambra Basin there, Bida Basin, and then Sokoto Basin. It's important for geologists to know this and know where these things are. But when you ask them questions, where Sokoto is, and if you come down here, you find that also after Jubilee had been discovered, we also started doing some work in Nigeria, which led to the discovery of Ajay field and discovery of Oko. Ajay field is now in 113, and this is 310. That's Oko. These are all Cretaceous finds. So what I said on Monday is that apart from the tar sands that are Cretaceous onshore here, if you go a little bit offshore, you also have some discoveries here, Ajay and Oko. And if you go further into deep water, you have the open blocks, and those are also prospective. So I'm advocating that people should go down here because the petroleum system is growing, also prospective. This is just a section, seismic section. So you have your 310 here, where you have other discovery. And you now go into deeper water, until you go to the basin floor farm here, where you have turbidite low state, Cretaceous deposits. And if I just press this, you see, these are areas then when we studied that we thought could the reservoir flow contain some reservoirs that will contain some agriculture. You see this one here. This is a basin floor farm. precious deposits. This is the kind of place where Jubilee was discovered in the lowland. So putting all this together, I remember when I had a lecture in Abuja some time ago, I showed this kind of people were writing and trying to quickly copy and take photographs. These are the kinds and channels that bring materials deposits down into the local blocks. The same thing here. This is Avon Canyon here, and Avon Canyon there, bringing materials down, and these are the depot centers. So, if the federal government tomorrow says another big round, you know where to go. It's not all blocks that are square or rectangle that contains of blocks. But in Nigeria, when there is a big round, everybody goes. They are located a block, they carry a briefcase, and they have to use looking for partners. They don't even know whether that block contains any reservoir or not, but no regional geology and so it is important to do some regional to know whether it is likely that that block has some reason. Now back to SCMP. Like I said, SCMP, Progressive Company, came into being about 9 years ago, has some equity in 5 blocks now, and I'm proud to say that this is a company to stay with. So within that same period, we've done a lot of work in the face of hardship, funding hardship, so on. We went on and on and on. Some of my colleagues are in this hall. And today, I'm proud to say that with all these equipment, that's the seismic vessel, that's our CSP, that's workers in the field, that's our drilling rig, that's our FPSO. Today, first E&P is not just an exploration company, it's a production. And not producing 2 million barrels or 5 million barrels or 10 million barrels. I will tell you what to do. You multiply that by 2 or 3. Somebody was telling me, you guys are not even crawling. You just get up and you are running. So I congratulate you. Now, FNAPE, when I was the president-elect, when I was being handed over by Mr. Lagu, former CEO of SEPLAT, taking over as president, giving my acceptance speech, my wife on my side. And then, when I was found worthy of having the Aretadams Award, the Lions Award in FNAPE, with Dr. Mayowa Affair reading my citation. So these are former Aretadams awardees coming to the podium instead of that's my chairman. And that's my family. We are celebrating convocation. What tribe? That's my son. That's my daughter. She's here. That's the daughter. That's my beautiful name. And that is our last child. She has a baby, but she's still here. So, in conclusion, I will say we should close the gap in academia and oil and gas industry. Go close to oil and gas industry, right from the classroom, avoid that disruption. Those in academia should continue with the sabbatical business, like Professor Moscow who started the sabbatical and joined. And then sponsorship of conferences. My friend of the subject and that reduces the shock. And I said, Philippines is an important platform. We should continue to encourage Ahimade and company, that's the company of Dr. Lambert and Fiobari. They've done a very good job training lecturers to know how to train their students. Finally, we have to uplift selected universities so specialize in geology. Uplift them by making sure that the equipment they have top of the notch, so that we have state-of-the-art facilities and train students, make the environment in the universities more conducive than they are today, so that they can stay and don't run away like we did. Because if you have good spices in the kitchen and you have a competent chef, it will determine the quality of meal that you have on your dining table.
Another one. So even though it looks like kind of off the mic, we didn't do that. It was technical that had your mic on for why you were going to round up. Thank you, sir. I was taking a lot of notes and I was trying to catch up with you on things that you said you were proud of. So I'm proud to tell you that I'm a product of SIT as it stands. I'm proud to tell you that I work for Shell, amongst the lots of other things that you said. So thank you for your contributions. I'm not sure that we can exhaust all that you have done for the geoscience community. I think FNAPE is also immensely proud to have you as a past president, a fellow, and of course, one of our esteemed Areta and I'm going to not stress Prof, but I'm going to stress him. So I'm going to bring you all back to the podium because this is where you belong. You are our esteemed personnel for today, the FNAPE president, a sponsor from Trustee MP, Professor Adegoke, and the chairman of the committee. Please indulge me, this is Rita as well, please indulge me and come back to this podium. It's lonely without you here. And this is FNAPE style, so I'm sure that we are used to these optics. I can promise that I wouldn't be bringing you down, at least till the end of this event. Thank you. So we've heard so much from Dr. Enu's very humble beginning. I didn't know that people used to gather, in the village when a graduates were about to be graduates, so they to school. So thank you for that reflection. And thank you, madam, for staying with him on this journey. We heard so much about you, even though it was not very clear, but I knew that it was you who was doing all of the important accompanying, supporting the house. So Very thank you. A lot of thank you for that. It's a round of applause for Mrs. Retiring on the floor. But you're not going to start this time. You're just going to sit. What you're going to do now is essentially to recap 5 minutes, and then we'll take questions, which I don't expect that we'll have a lot of, both from the virtual platform and those in the room. We're taking just a total of 3 questions, and then I will take over. So 5 minutes for that. The mic is there. Okay, next one. Hello.
Well, thank you very much. I must thank the speaker. He's done very, very, very well. And I'm sure you can all see that graduated him as FNAPE and threw him into the market. We did send an expert of extraordinary performance into the system. Can you all give him a very high round of applause? Now, the document in my hand says I should comment. Question is, how can I comment when my teacher has just finished speaking? I hardly understand what he has said. So we're going to do the best we can. Smart young men like me, come. We're all students together. In those days, I was their teacher. But part time, they booked very well and they did very, very well. So I've appointed him this time to make some minutes of comment on what Professor Dr. Enu has spoken. One thing I want to say is that I am very highly proud of what he has done. I'm very proud of his achievement over time. If I say that I want to comment on what he has done, I will only be wasting your time, because he's done a lot more than even I need to be his student in order to understand the details of those things. So he will stand for me. Over to you.
Well, at this stage, not refuse instruction from your teacher, emeritus professor, and we can see that in life there's always a sequence, and which Dr. Enu actually explained to us vividly here. So I was taught by Professor Epikude in my postgraduate school, and as well as my supervisor. And also, he also taught Dr. Enu, and then also taught me. So I'm looking forward to someone I'm going to teach, so that this cycle can continue. Thank you very much, Dr. Enu, for the well-presented history of your journey, where you started and where you are now. There's still a lot of things to be done. And absolutely, you took us through the various aspects of your life, right from secondary school
down to now. And as a geologist, you can see the history that growth and development from that time changed over the years. What he went through while he was in secondary school, as of today, will not be found. The facilities available, and that is a strong message to every one of us, which he has actually explained to us. What do? We have to go back to our schools and give back to them. One, there is degradation in our facilities in our country. Even in primary school, secondary school, universities, there are solutions. And he has actually provided solutions. One, we have to be part of that solution. And one of it is integration. You have to integrate yourself into the society. You have to know the society where you live. You have to understand their problems and the challenges which they face. And you have to sit together with your colleague, not alone. If we all listen to what he said, he showed us pictures of the team that constituted University of Ife when he was there and when he went back again. You can also see the team of experts while he was in Houston. So nothing can be done alone. Collaboration is very, very important. And also he told us why he was in Shell as compared to why when he was in the university. You can see that there are different standards. Each of these institutions, they have their structure. Ife University at that time, when I was in UI and I went to Ife after my first degree, it was a different university. Beautiful. Our system in UI was almighty June when we do our examination. But in Ife, when you are going for your exams, a day or 2 hours to that time, people are still partying. Why? Most of the students in Ife, they were young, they were brilliant, but continuous assessment. But in UI, you have to pass through higher school before you can come to UI at that time. So each institution has their own structure, which he has explained to us. And that is what FNAPE, as our association, what we have done, which he explained what UAP did by making sure that we collaborate with the university. And what happened after 10 years, we can see the reward, not only to FNAPE, but also to individual and Nigeria as a whole. So in all, from what the speaker has told us today, and from what we can see, integration is very important. Collaboration is very important. Partnering with people is very important. Knowing where you are going, because when he left, he was able to put a safety valve into that by transiting, not only, cut off from Ife. He joined Shell and he transited, and after that, went back and still maintained his integrity with the University of Ife. Well, nowadays, many of us, as far as I'm concerned, once you want to cut off from one company or the other, you deal with no regards, as if you are not going back there again. We have to learn from his own experience. You must transit with honor, and that is what he has done. And that is why you still find a lot of his lecturers and students are with him today. You have to be honorable, you have to be transparent in whatever you are doing, and you have to collaborate and integrate. And when it comes to academic, professional, it is only what you know that you can practice, and it is what you know you can preach. It took time to work with people, and he was able to carry them along as a team. Thank you very much for all you have done, and we really appreciate it. There are a lot of things that he has done that we can gain from, which he also explained. He also mentioned about mentoring and also mentoring. That is, whatever you know, you can mentor people. the shared example of Professor Mostrono, which he gave. You also carry along with you some of the people that you are going to mentor, and they become your mentee. I believe FNAPE is doing that one very well. There is a team called Group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is ongoing now. And mentoring circle. There is no way in the world where anybody will transfer technology to you. It is not possible. You must participate. Participation is very important. So in a nutshell, thank you very much, sir, for what we've heard from you. There's so many aspects to what you said, both in terms of relationship building, in terms of integration, in terms of collaborating with other people. One system cannot solve it all. You have to have multiple systems which you have to put in place. And as of now, mentoring is also very important. And don't forget, the world of geologists, the oldest is always at the bottom, and the youngest at the top. Except otherwise, there is an overturn. Once there is an overturn, you are coming to the top, which he mentioned. And that is why you are finding more oil today. Although he refused to tell us what is the production per day in BP, but we can have an idea. And we wish that most of these companies in Nigeria today will be able to get to that level. Thank you very much, sir. And I thank my professor for asking me to talk. Thank you, sir. I must thank you all. You may be surprised why I've asked him to speak on my behalf. He's one of those students who, when he was young, worked with us at IFE. Our style was a little different. As I said, we created situations where we sent our students to the field and we followed them every time they were in the field. It was not a case where we left students alone. We were always there. Even we, the lecturers, learned a lot when you push your students to work. I must thank you very, very much. Because when you started this event, I was wondering what kind of things are going to come. But I'm very glad that you gave me the opportunity to be here again to tell the wonderful work done, and also to learn that we all need to come out in a very, very strong way to help our universities. All of us are in touch with them. Some are not doing too well. Number two, in our country, Nigeria, creating universities have become a commercial business. It's no longer what it was in the past. You see so many approvals of universities, and you'll be very sorry if you see who are the lecturers teaching some of the new universities we are setting up in this country. Why am I worried? I'm worried because if we do not help these universities to grow very well, we will lose some of the opportunities we've had. If you look at Nigerians in different parts of the world, our people continue to do so very well that you cannot but be very proud of brilliant Nigerian students who listen very well when they were taught and who learn so many new things to push out to people. So my plea is that we continue to do good. We continue to reach out to those students. We continue under the most difficult conditions to get the best we can to train the new generation of students. I thank you. Today has been a time of learning for me. I've followed you as as you moved. I wish I was young to come and join your group to learn a few more things, but I will continue. I'm still moving. I'm still going to work every day. Still carrying out studies for different companies. People who have already hit 80, I can't remember what my age, somewhere in the range of 84 going to 85. But please try and learn from us. So long as the energy is there, continue to work. Many people have said, go and retire. So I say, retire and do what? Sit at home on a chair from morning to night? Look, that would be very boring. Instead, I'm still in the office. I have work. I liaise with people. Sometimes I'm putting Dr. Adishila here. We are both running out how to get some things done. I still have contact. I still want to go to some ministries where we think they need help in order for geologists to work. They need geologists. Every part of this country today needs good and sound geologists. So please take what has happened very seriously. But yes, it's the first time we have the opportunity to share all this information. But I can tell you that if I at 80-some still working actively in the field, trying to solve problems, then you are much younger. Few people do better than myself. So please clap for yourself. Clap for the speaker. And thank you very much for the wonderful work you have done so far.
Okay, so we'll move very quickly. We are going to not be able to take 3 questions. We'll take one, which will come from the online, because we also recognize that there's space for triples, and we'll be giving people in the room that opportunity. So today, you'll take the question in the Q&A, not in the chat, in the Q&A, please. It's a question. Oh, you said you can't hear anything. So take the first question from the chat. Take it. No, I'm not going to take questions from any fellows. Just keep scrolling. I'm looking at it. So no fellow questions. They have the answers, or they have the community of the answers. So we are not taking that. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going, please. There is a question there that I would want you to speak very briefly on. And the question is, thank you for your presentation. Can you share your views on energy transition vis-a-vis focus on E&P companies? Should focus be more on production and development and less on exploration or otherwise? I know that that's opening up Pandora box here, but as brief as you can make it, please. The microphone.
Yeah, thank you for that question. It's very simple to answer. Today, not like saying, if you find it easy to make money, many companies areas where development going, not exploration. So that's the mistake. Development wells, producing wells, and wells can easily bring out hydrocarbon oil from and you can so many companies go. But when you do that, you forget that you are depleting the reserves that you have already.
That's why when first year was formed, we had 3 legs: exploration, development, and production. And the reason we did that is that once you start producing, you have to prepare for filling up the gap that production. If you produce and you deplete your reserve and you don't explore to make more discoveries, you just be depleting. So what I have to say is that in as much as it's going to make money easily, the production will make you deplete your reserves and don't have anything to develop tomorrow. So as you are developing and producing, you should also do exploration and having more discoveries to add to that so that you can keep on developing and producing. And more exploration. Exploration is a little bit expensive. Not many investors like carry out exploration because they think that they're just pouring money into it. And before you find the result anywhere, you discover to maybe 5 years, 6 years, 7 years down the line. But it is better for you to be patient, explore, drill your wells, make your discovery, pass it through development, and produce. And as you produce and you deplete, drill more wells and check. My colleague likes production. Because tomorrow you say, how much am I going to get from? It's a businessman. But you will come to me and say, Doc, are we going to get some more oil from this exploration? Just wants to tell you, assure you that when you do exploration work, but at the same time, he wants to sell his money. So the answer to the question, yes, development, production is good. Exploration should still continue.
Thank you very much, Doc. With a round of applause. I know there are 2 more questions there, but we won't be able to take them. If we have time, maybe during the celebration, then I can just type it to the people on the virtual platform. So it's time to bring up our sponsors, the man or the organization who has made today possible for us. It's my pleasure to bring you up Mr. Case Lou to come and give us the sponsors remark. I think you have a microphone. No, you don't. Okay. Maybe use.
President, Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be relatively quick and brief about first EMP. But first, I must salute you. I'm an economist, and economist is very simple. What you do is really seriously complicated. And how do I know? Like many people who play rugby, I have a big problem with my knee. And they couldn't solve it through surgery. And somebody said to me, there's this guru in Nepal. He's up there in the mountain. You go to him, he will cure your knee. So I said, well, let me first call him. So I called him. And he answered me, I can cure anything. Anything. Just come to me. So I took a paper, train, bus, Danfo, Okada. There I was, high up in the mountains of Nepal. Okay. And he looked at my knee, and he touched my knee. He looked again, he touched again. He said, I'm sorry, I can't cure your knee. And I said, what is happening here? I traveled by plane, bus, train, going to Okada, Danfo, And for what? Who said to me, okay, I get your point. Name anything you like, anything, and I'll make it happen. I asked anything, it said anything. So I thought, and I said to him, I want answers to some questions I have regarding the geology of the Niger Delta. And he thought, he looked at me, and he said, let me have another look at your knee. The first EMP, Doc alluded to some of the things, and Doc has been an important part of the journey. Starting in 2012, we are shallow offshore operators. We have interest in 5 licenses. But more importantly, we came on stream in October 2020. I think that is the first 100% Nigerian executed offshore project ever. Moreover, I think, or I know, it's the only global major project that came on stream during COVID. Here in Nigeria. Lastly, it was done in 3.5 million incident-free hours. 3.5 million. There was a question, how much are we producing? We're producing 40,000 barrels a day now. And early next year, we think that we'll go to 60,000 barrels. Thank you.
For our sponsor organization, Fox EMP. We're going quickly into the celebration because this is a technical session / celebration in all of the table, as you all know. I will start with the tribute to the celebrants. We'll start with a video, then we'll have one person in the room, the person of Dr. Emmanuel Enu FNAPE, who will give us a physical tribute after the video. Please, can you play the video now? Okay, while that is still ongoing, before you start, please pause that. Let's do this quickly because they can. On behalf of FNAPE, we want to thank you for taking us through the exciting journey so far. The past 70 years has been involved and expecting more. Good health, long life, and exciting time. So on behalf of FNAPE, I'd like to give you would like to present this card to you in commemoration of the 70th birthday. By this event of today, Dr. Enu has joined the exalted ranks of the Emeritus member. Congratulations. Just blessed to be sitting beside my teachers, or the teachers of my teachers. On behalf of FNAPE, the members and the executive committee, I want to appreciate you for sharing today's occasion. We will not take your commitment to FNAPE lightly, and we would like to present to this meeting the collection of peace. This is a token of appreciation. Thank you, sir. For supporting FNAPE, for sponsoring today's occasion, and for enlightening us a bit more on the success story of OCRP. We are happy to make your acquaintance and would like to give you a token to remember us. Happy members. Right. Yes, please sit. So before we show the video again, I would like to bring up the birthday committee chairman, Dr. Kunle Adeshina, FNAPE, to do the presentation of gifts by the committee.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have two presentations to Dr. and Mrs. Emmanuel Enu today on behalf of the planning committee and all his friends. The first one will be our former Vice President, Mrs. Chumaket, social member of that, the MP of Sahara, will be making that presentation on behalf of the committee.
Thank you very much. On behalf of the Committee of Friends, I'm presenting these gifts. There are 4 of them, token gifts, which are in appreciation of the excellent character that you have. And the first one is this, which we will unveil now. Thank you. So on behalf of the Committee of Friends, we present this to this class. Congratulations. Celebration. So I mentioned earlier on we are presenting 4 token gifts. The next one is this. The next one is this. You know, sir, you've touched so many lives in different ways. And the celebration of your 70th birthday, this period, is one when people can express themselves and let you know some of what you've done. So in the last few days, we got some people to put down their goodwill messages. We got to almost 150 people within a short period of time to do some videos, talk about, you know, wish you well and say some things about you. And if we had more time, more people would have done that. You've touched many lives in different ways. So we have it recorded here at your leisure time. Now that you are retiring, you will listen and hear some of those things you yourself might not remember that you've done to people. So this is it here. Is it on the flash? I've presented. And the third one is this. Yesterday during the Thanksgiving in church, the committee of friends put on a show. And it won't be good to just have it for the committee of friends alone. So we have prepared one for you and Madam. They have in here. This goes to Madam. And the final one will be presented by one of, okay, Mr. Fidel. So I will call on other committee members to please join us here to present the 4th gift. Thank you.
Good afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure and honor to be presenting a scholarships award, a scheme award in honor of Dr. Emmanuel Enu. With the Committee of Friends thought of an enduring gift to honor Emmanuel. I call him my big bros, my 70th birthday, a big milestone. And we came up with the idea to initiate scholarship in his honor, especially as a lecturer who's been bringing up people both in the classroom and in the industry. It's unfortunate that I was not one of his students. And I worked in Shell for 27 years. We've been very close friends for 30 years, but I never worked with him. I don't know how it would have been teaching me directly, but I think it would have been premium. But as a committee, we are initiating this and we hope that he will sustain it. He's targeted at indigent students of Abbey because he's very passionate in bringing people up. So I think this will touch him too. So this, he will disperse the scholarship award by criteria that he will set by himself, targeting secondary school and tertiary level. And then the board of trustees will be set up and they will derive the modality of award. It is just targeting secondary school and tertiary school level in Nigeria for students around his own place. So, as we said, we can expand this by talking to other friends to contribute or set up a trust or a non-profit organization to sustain this. So as a token, the Committee of Friends is donating 1 million naira to start with. My pleasure. Check this inside this, and that's the letter of the word. Check, it's more checking the big envelope.
Round of applause for the Committee of Friends. I know that Dr. Enu would like to make a speech, but I will take that at the right time. Still so many things to do. So in view of time again, slight change in our program because I want you to be on the slide so you can watch the video in tribute. So what I will do quickly now is to take the NAPE announcements so that we can take the tribute, do the vote of thanks, what's happening at the moment. So can I have the announcements for me, please? Today. So 2021, 2020, 2021 have been a special kind of year. But like I said at the opening, it's been a good year for NAPE because we've had outstanding virtual outing. We've had distinguished member of the industry come talk to us, share their idea for us as to what we do. So what I'm going to be sharing today is really a recap of July, what we have done at the executive level and the activities that have been shared. And then we'll talk about what is coming, starting from the conference, and then August. Just keep going down. Announcements. To start with, we have started immense preparation for the conference. The 2021 NAPE Annual International Conference and Exhibition will be happening November 14th to 18th at this same venue, a hotel, and it is being planned as an hybrid event. Keep going down. Right. Great, keep going. Great. So move to the next slide. Thank you. Great. So this is really just a recap of what we have done in June. I'd like you to give a round of applause to the executives of NAPE. And I've been putting all of these amazing activities together. We now all work for NAPE. I can tell you that's for a fact. Besides our day job, this is a lot of work. Every week we have close to 2 or 3 activities going on in one form or the other. So I'd like you to please appreciate the executive of NAPE once again. We are here today celebrating Dr. Emmanuel Enu, and by the 31st of this month, our young professionals will be having a technical series, which is around demystifying faulting analysis. I'd like that you kindly join a very online platform and listen to them. This next slide. I was talking about this earlier. This is planned as an hybrid event. We'll have both physical, exactly what we did today for the conference. And we have the unique opportunity of taking your registration, member registration, organization registration today. The accountants and the membership officers are already here. If you'd like to register or make commitments for your company or your organization or yourself, this is a good place to do it. So let's go to August. Next slide. Thank you. Right, so I talked about the next slide. All right, so this is what August is looking like. We're going to start the first week in August with a technical meeting from the UYO chapter. And thereafter, we'll have another one from the UK chapter. The AGM is an important meeting that we'd like to ask that members please attend. That is designed to happen on the 14th of August. Here we will be talking about the proposed amendments of the Constitution. I would like that you kindly pitch in your voice and make your voice count as a member. Please, can you go to the next slide, please? And just keep going. As I'm speaking, just follow. Thank you. All right, I spoke about this already. I already spoke about this. I already spoke about it. Thank you. The next one. Great. So we have another activity from the NAPE Summer School. We'll be talking resource economics, especially because in the energy transition period, we are offering a whopping 75% discount for all members. and we would like that you take advantage of this. This is one of the many ways that FNAPE is contributing to membership, and the value that we bring is beyond just bringing us into a physical place or an online place to speak and talk. This is now monetary and contributing, of course, to the knowledge gap. Next slide, please. So we ask that you kindly follow us on all digital media, the Instagram, the Facebook, the LinkedIn, because we cannot do a physical connect every time. So, what's this word now? Can't recollect it. Our name on all of this media is FNAPE Nigeria. So if you're looking for us, please type FNAPE Nigeria in there in all of this platform and interact with us and let us have vibrant activity on the online space as we used to have on the physical space. Right. So it's on that note, I would like to say thank you for coming. I will be bringing our gentlemen of the podium down, our distinguished professors, doctors, presidents, and sponsors down to the podium, and then we'll do the tributes. We'll start that. Thank you, sirs. Please, a round of applause as they're going on to their seats. All right. So to open up the tributes, we would like to invite at that time on behalf of FNAPE executives and members here to invite Dr. Emmanuel Enu FNAPE, a past FNAPE president and the past and fellow of our state association.
Okay. Thank you very much. It's always my pleasure to speak about Dr. Emmanuel Enu. We made a request yesterday, and which we are going to also follow from our Professor Rahman told us yesterday that shortly before he left Obafemi Awolowo University, he was an associate professor of geology. And with what he has done in the industries from 1991 up to today, I think he is qualified to be a full-fledged professor of geology. And as a student, we are going to make a formal writing to the university for him to be acknowledged as a full-fledged professor. Yeah, he taught me in 1983. He taught me sedimentology and basin analysis. I want to tell you that Professor Enu made the teaching of geology, he made it easy for us to understand. I never knew that he went to study in France, but he was very decent, very neat, very handsome. If I was a woman then, I would have gone after him. And one thing that struck me about him, when you are in the academic environment, there are lecturers that give some marks or assess students and people will still question them. This man, if he said you have an A, it's an A. No lecturer can question him because they believe in his integrity. Then we have some, when they give you scores, you will still be thinking, is this real or not? Professor Enu is a very highly integrity I mean, his integrity is of no question. You can't question it. Please put your hands together for him. You know, when we are to look for the president of FNAPE, FNAPE choose president based on integrity and how you can support the association. And somebody that have rose to a high level of calling in his career. You know, as his former student, I was given, we sourced the industry. And we found out that, yes, there is a man in FNAPE who could lead this organization without question. I was given the responsibility to look for him wherever he is, anywhere in the world. Then I think it was either in Riceburg or in Houston. I remember that day I called him. I said the industry has decided that even without elections, that you should be the president of this organization. And he was trying to, I said, sir, you will be the president. And he came back and became our president. He had, as a president of this organization in Abuja, the MD, the whole of Shell was in that board. It was a wonderful time. It shows that he mobilized people and he is well valued in the institution. When I was running my postgraduate courses at the University of Port Harcourt, this man came, he drove into the University of Port Harcourt to share with me. I cannot but follow him. He said, I follow him everywhere. I cannot but follow him, sir. And he became the Adams awardee of this organization to join a group of his teacher, Professor O.S. Adogoke, Dr. Epi Omoshola, and people who have made mark in the industry in this country. I want to say that, sir, I am proud of you. As much as you follow Professor Adegoke, so many of us are following him. And he made some very gentle remarks about his presentations. He said he showed his house in Ife and showed the one in Port Harcourt. The same reason you left Ife, many people don't want to go back to the university today. You started there. Some doesn't even want to enter the university because it's a big message for Nigeria that academics will have to make the environment conducive for learning. That's why you see people with first class and go back to the university. That was the time he went in. But now, nobody will want to make that mistake of going to the university. So I love you, I cherish you, you are a sound, professional, and you are detribalized. You are detribalized. And all I can wish you today on behalf of those who have taught is to say, happy birthday, sir. There is nothing we can do that you can, what you have done for us. Encourage us, touch us, teach us. I still go to him, even as the MD of my company, to ask for counseling from him. And he doesn't miss word. He said, go and do this, go and do this. Even at this age, I want to thank you and wish you all the best. With your wife, you said you should rest. Please go back home and rest with the moment. And if you want to go to the university and take your share and share your experience with the students, that is fantastic. Thank you very much. And I want to thank all of us for celebrating. Thank you and happy birthday, Jesus.
Thank you very much, sir. So we'll take the video tributes now. Can we have that playing? Right, so relax and enjoy this.
On YouTube. Me, I come to transfer.
Thank you very much for listening. We have so many things to show you about Dr. Enu, and part of it was, you see, we didn't have enough time to celebrate you. That's why that flash said, take your time, watch it, and listen to all of the good things that people have said about you. I'd like us to move quickly to vote of thanks. We are on the hour of 2, and I'd like to call the NAPE president, Mrs. Patricia Ochobu, FNAPE, to do all the honors of thanking and then closing this event before we go to first. You can do it here.
Okay, this has been a very interesting day for me. I was just saying to Dr. Enu that it was interesting that he teach you, because our paths actually cross. I mean, we should have met in Ashana, but we met in Ife. On behalf of the Enu family, on behalf of NAPE members, on behalf of the NAPE fellows and the ESCO, I want to thank everyone who has taken time out to come to our first physical event post-COVID. Thank you very much for your patience. Thank you for the time spent. We do not take your attendance lightly. We appreciate you, especially those who have been online. I think they've gotten used to online footsteps, but we appreciate everyone for staying, because we ran over time a bit. We apologize for that. but we sure had fun. I wish you all a very good day. Till next time. Thank you. So we're moving quickly to cutting of cake and taking pictures. However, if you're not fully or actively involved in that, you can start having your lunch. The lunch is designated at 3 points. We have lunch there. We have another one once you step into the front of this door, the lunch door will open, and then we have this for the celebrants, guests, and FNAPE executives, fellows, and members, of course. To go to the cake cutting and picture taking, I would like to call on Mrs. Jumoke Ajayi, a former Vice President FNAPE and the Managing Director Ashara. Please a round of applause for us to come up and after this event will be drawn to a close.
Thank you very much. So at this point, we'll call on our celebrants and his beautiful wife to come here and cut the cake that the committee of friends have made for this occasion. Thank you very much. So this is the night. I hope this is So we know that Dr. Enu is known as Mr. What is the industry? Deep water. So at the spell of deep water, you cut the cake. So let's start. T.
Scotching the head of your black.
E.
Look at the screen.
P. W. A. C. E. R. Deep water. Thank you very much. So, stay there. All our fellows of FNAPE should please join them. Or our attendants, yes, start with our attendants, please. Our attendants, I'm sorry. Highest award in FNAPE. Our attendants awardee, please. We have prop.
This guy, the guy.
Thank you very much, sir. Then our fellows should please get ready. Fellows of FNAPE. Fellows of FNAPE. Fellows of FNAPE in the house. Kindly join us here. Obviously. Fellows. Please, photographers, let's be fast about it. Thank you. Then first C and P. First E and P. So the executive director will stamp with him first. Then we call all staff of first C and P. We join them after. Let's have this picture first. No, you will stamp with them first. Then all staff of the first C and P should join. Thank you very much. Thank you. First and B. At the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 and a half. Okay. Past presidents of FNAPE, thank you very much. All past presidents of FNAPE. All past presidents of FNAPE. Let's be fast about it. We're still going to eat. The food is getting cold. Yes. And the current president. All past presidents and our current president. Online. Those representing all our past presidents. Yes. The committee of friends, please get ready. The planning. So committee of friends. Then after that, FNAPE Expo.
And this is no sharp again. It's like it was sharper than this before. I don't think it's flat. So that it's sharp. It was sharper when it came out. What's making noise? Laptop, your laptop.
Expos, please. Expos. That one now. Expos. Oh, yeah. Expos.
All students and aspiring students, now it's your turn to take pictures.
Appelé. É muito bom. Tirar o gato
Doctor, my popular demand, so students want to take picture with you. So if you are a student and you are in the hall, please time to take picture with Dr. Enu. If you are a student and you are in the hall.
Don't go down. Don't go down. Where you go down, right? It's not side of it. How many? 10,000. 2,000. 10,000. That's fine. So they go last. I never said anything. They do. Let me order one more. Give me another one. Let me order one. Let me not pay. Okay, no, when the promo going? Take out for see what everybody. Don't put one here. I saw good. Wait, it's time to go. Nice. That's not cool. Look at that. No. I will still end this meeting. don't perform. Where is Daniel? Is it? Now you are eating. See what you are saying. Go and video this side. Forget about that one. Don't you let me move it down first now. I don't think that's bad. Also don't collect. Okay, don't collect. I said we don't collect. They go do home back. Let's go collect. This is a kind of Japan. This is a kind. What is the huh? Only noise. Dúró kó tó ń lẹ̀ nígbà tó jẹ́ ìṣòro wá dé dé jọ. Nígbà wà tẹ́lẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n á fẹ́ lọ. Just pack everything. Say, I don't be chopper.
I'm going to have to things out the same. You always forget. Already, no time.
That's you know. Relax. You're only. Any pastor? How you have to prove it? If I sit there, I don't want to. I don't think any pastor. Let me hear the. Thank you. Awesome. Let's come on. So, if you are the answer, you call it. That's in here. What do you call it now? What do you call it now? Follow the. They don't finish that one. That's the top level. Malayo. Ara mi ń pa mi kan sẹ́ẹ̀. Ọ̀rẹ́ ìwọ náà ní kọ́lọ́ bá ń tó jẹ́ wa. Ṣé rẹ̀ kí wọ́n náà? Bọ́ọ̀ náà play bọ́ọ̀lù. Wọ́n ti jọ ṣe ń palẹ̀ mọ́ náà. Bí a fi láwa lọ́sẹ̀ yìí.
last claim that for the now lay the work. Those women, so the police can say anything. I don't say that can be there. I can't go there. I say that I don't my back. When they put say you just to move it to the I really have no.
For us to go before that, maybe that person will say yes. What does it mean?
No, you are not. Now I'm for the man, I know the policy. And I don't think singular, but I'm not. They don't talk about them. Change that was there, no one, all right, no, guys, better from there. No, John, one question.